Hey everybody. We're going to work on IXL M.2 today, correct errors with frequently confused words. You're going to see on the left, I have a sticky note on my computer that has some of the different words that come up on this IXL, because some of them I still struggle with, and you are free to create something like this or take a picture of the sticky note on there to use. Let's get started. Okay, so, oh, I need to sign in. Sorry about that. So basically, there are words that get confused and are used incorrectly often. Some of these are homophones where they sound the same, they're just spelled differently. Some of them are homophones that use one pair is part of the pair is a contraction. Some of them are completely opposite words, but we've used them for similar reasons and we don't recognize that they always have different meanings. So this one says, fix the one word that is used incorrectly. Antarctica is the world's largest desert. This actually doesn't say desert, it says dessert. This isn't on my list, but how I remember it is there's two S's in dessert because you always want more dessert, and one S in desert. Okay. Long lines at security, delayed departures, and missing connecting flights can sometimes test even the most experienced airline travelers' patience. This is a homophone right here. This patience means like a doctor's patience, and you're looking for the ones that mean the one that means willing to wait. Trisha loves the outdoors so much that she would rather go camping than stay in a fancy hotel. If you look over here, than and then is listed. THAN is a comparison where THEN has to do with time. So this right now is saying she'd rather go camping and then go and stay in a fancy hotel. We want the comparison, which is THAN. Can you take a wrench when you come over? Sometimes we mix up bring and take. The difference between the two is take is you take things to where you are going. Bring is when someone asks you, like in this case, they're asking you to bring something. So this person could reply and say, I need to remember to take it with me. But if you're asking someone, it's bring. Angie is already to graduate and has a new job lined up at a law firm in Boston. Already can be listed as or written as two words, and the two words means prepared. This type of already means it happened before a certain time, and that's not how it's supposed to be used. So we need the two words. Okay. Ken and his friends were all together at the restaurant when the storm caused a major power outage. All together is this kind of in the same boat as already. All together as two words means in a group. All together with one L and as one word means completely or entirely. This means they were in a group. So that's the one we need to fix. Over the course of the whole trip, we drove down the length of the Blue Ridge Parkway through Virginia and North Carolina, stopping at lakes and scenic trails along the way. This is whole like the hollow place, or like you dig a hole, and we want whole meaning entire. So that's an example of a homophone. We're out of eggs, so we should go to the market. Beside, we need to buy something for dinner. Most of us that grew up in the Midwest will recognize that this word should be besides, because beside means next to something, and this means besides as in including this. Even though the brain makes up only 2% of your total body weight, this one happens a lot. This your means you are, and you're looking for the pronoun, possessive pronoun that means your as in you own it. After determining the amount of people she wanted to invite to her party, Whitney went to the stationery store to buy invitations. So stationery can mean one of two things. It's towards the bottom of my cheat sheet down here. Stationary, how it's written right now, ARY, means not moving, so like a stationary bike that you exercise on. The one that means paper or invites is ERY. Oops. Oh, and I didn't read the instructions. 2 words. Okay, after determining the amount. Amount is one of those that we use synonymously with number, but in actuality, they don't mean the same. Number you use when something can be counted, like I have a number of students in my class. Amount is when you can't count, like, so think of sand on a beach. You wouldn't sit and count each grain of sand. So in this case, we can count how many she wants to invite. So that would be number. The one word used incorrectly. Whales are mammals, not fish. They breathe using lungs, not gills, and they're warm-blooded. Okay, so here we have there, and remember there are actually 3 theirs. THERE means location. There, THEIR is possession, and THEY apostrophe RE is the contraction they plus R. So this one is actually supposed to be this one. When President Franklin Roosevelt gave his famous fireside chats, he would sit behind a desk covered in microphones rather than beside a fireplace. So it says one word. This is would, like I would do it, and he, no, that's right. He would sit. Oh, I'm thinking of this one. Set. So set and sit, sometimes people use those synonymously. Sit means to be seated, and that's what we're looking for here. Set means to place something down, like I set the plate down. Molly discovered that a loose, this is loose, that's correct, screw was causing her desk to wobble. So 2, 2, and 2, this is 2 like the numeral, and we want 2 like going to the location or a cause of. As a part of her latest woodworking project, Vivian is carving a dragon to go on top of a weather vane. Weather vane, in this case, is V-A-N-E. That's a homophone. I have it spelled out over here. Apart means either a piece, so apart is 2 separate words, or apart together means separately. So this is a part or a piece of her latest woodworking project. Okay. Jean-Paul Sartre, I don't know how to say that, won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1964, but he declined to accept the award for personal reasons. This is at the very bottom. Accept with an A, A-C-C-E-P-T, means receive, versus accept how it's written here, which means to exclude. So we want, he declined to receive the award. When working out, you should rise, so that should be raise, and lower rates. weights with slow, controlled motions to maximize the benefits of lifting. I thought Jody and Kira danced equally good. We mix this up an awful lot. Please remember that good is used with nouns, but when we're talking about an action, we don't do things good, we do things well. So that's one of the two. But whose performance did you like better? This whose means who is, and that wouldn't make any sense. So I want the other one. Okay. Every day between summer solstice in June and the winter solstice in December, there is a small decrease in the hours of sunlight. Every day can be used either as one word, meaning ordinary or typical, like these are my everyday shoes, or each day, which is two separate words, so every space day. Okay. I'm going to see if I can skip ahead so that we are in the challenge zone and you can see that a little bit before you go. So it's going to go to fix any words that are used incorrectly. And this can be difficult because you don't know how many are incorrect. So you have to read each word carefully and make sure it's the correct one. Lexi saw that concert tickets were on sale, but she didn't know how many she was allowed. So this means like noise, and she wants the one that means permission to buy. How will Logan's sprained ankle affect his ability to finish out the football season? Affect and effect, I still get confused. Affect with an A means verb. It's to change or influence. That person affected me. Effect with an E is a noun, so like cause and effect. And in this case, we want this one. I don't think there's any other ones. There we go. The Griffith Observatory in California is quite popular with visitors because of its engaging exhibits, which include the Tesla coil and Foucault pendulum. Well, this is one I see because this means it is. The possessive it's looks like that. Quiet. Let me see. I think QUI. Yeah. This is one I mix up too, even though they sound completely different. Quite and quiet. They're spelled similarly though, so sometimes we just trip up over those. Quiet means with little activity or noise, and quite means totally or completely. So we want that one. Experts advise that all children receive a measles vaccination once between 12 and 15 months, and again between 4 and 6 years of age. So advice is the thing, the noun, and advise with an S is the verb. That all children receive a measles vaccination once. I think the rest of it is okay. The heating system on the second floor is being fixed, Dr. Carter explained. Please take these extra blankets up there for the patients. So the heating system on the second floor is being fixed. Please take, should be right. No, actually it's wrong because it's a command. So you're telling them to bring something, that person will take it. These extra blankets up there for the patients. This should be patients like doctor's patients. Oops, I spelled patients wrong because I'm in a hurry. I only have a few seconds left on my timer, so please just make sure, read down here the explanations so that it can help you. Feel free to copy this onto something or take a picture of it so that you can use it. But it's good practice. Some of these are going to seem obvious and some of them might trip you up. They do with me. So take your time and do your best work. Good luck.